When it comes to diapering yourself up, there's 4 different ways to go about doing it. There's both 4 different positions you can choose to diaper yourself up in, and 4 different approaches you can take in way of how to tape the diaper up. We'll start with the first method, the one that most people prefer, and that is, of course, the laying down method. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Before I started recording today, I conducted a couple of different polls on both my Twitter account and YouTube accounts, asking my audience which methods they prefer the most when it comes to the position they prefer to be in when they go to diaper themselves. The vast majority of people, myself included, prefer the laying down position. It is one of the most preferred ways to do it. It's a lot easier to get the diaper in the right positioning, and it makes it a lot easier to powder yourself and do whatever else you need to do before taping the diaper up. So as a quick demonstration, first thing you want to do is obviously open the diaper up and lay it out. Get it in the right position. So you want to sit yourself down right in the middle of it, pull the diaper up into place, position myself like that, and then I'll pull the bottom tape over and put that securely in place. Then I come and do the other side, make sure that this is all where it should be, and then I can make the top tapes as tight as they need to be. So I usually will go a little bit looser on the bottom tapes first, then I'll do the top tapes more tightly. The vast majority of people will tape up the bottom tapes first, then the top tapes, but there are various ways to do that. We'll cover that in just a few minutes. So when it comes to diapering yourself up in a standing position, there's 2 different ways to go about approaching it. First is to open the diaper up and take the diaper between your legs like this, pull it up between your legs, hold it in place by squeezing your legs together like this, pulling it back into place, and then taping it up. So I honestly find this difficult, so I'm actually going to try this right now. So you start with the bottom tape, you do the other bottom tape. I don't know if this is the greatest fit. Then you want to pull it up into position, make sure it's nice and snug, so that way you don't have any leaks. Then do your top tape and your other top tape. And that is how you do it standing up. Honestly, I find that particular technique a bit awkward. As you can see, I had a little bit of trouble with that. The next standing up technique I think probably would be better if you have some mobility issues and you can't diaper up laying down and you need to do it standing up. Let's go check out the other technique. Okay, so this technique is one that I've used for years myself and is one that I prefer to use whenever I'm out and about and I need to change on the go. That way I can change standing up and I don't have to get totally undressed. I can just, drop my drawers, lean against the wall and do what I need to. So that's basically the technique, is to open the diaper up, get it ready. Sometimes you have to do this thing where you fold it down the middle and get the leg guard standing up like that. Slip it behind your back, lean against the wall like this, hold it in place with your butt, pull it up into place. Use your preferred taping technique. Bottom tapes first, then top tapes. At this point you can stand up and lean up off the wall and then double check, make sure the leg guards are up, and boom, ready to roll. I mean, obviously you want to pull your pants back up, but I think you get the point. The last technique that you can use is to actually tape the diaper up before putting it on. So you tape up the bottom tapes first, then you pull it up like underwear, and then you fasten the top tapes securely in place. So let's go ahead and show you how it's done. Okay, so first you start by opening her up, of course. Get it nice and open. Do one of these. I don't normally do this, but I think it probably would help when trying to diaper up in this situation. Helps form the shape of the diaper. Do just your bottom tapes. You got to make sure you do them loose enough. So I line it up right here with this leg is what I'm looking for. And I'll do the same thing on this side. All right, so as you can see, we got the bottom tapes taped loosely, and now we want to step into it just like a pair of underwear, like that. When you do it loose enough, it's pretty easy. There's a certain like Goldilocks factor where when you get it just right, it's tight enough that it's not going to leak. You can pull it up snugly in place. You can tighten the top tapes, and boom. Make sure that your leg guards are pulled up. So run your fingers around the inside, and there you have it. Those are the 4 most common positions that I know of that people use when it comes to diapering themselves up. Throughout the video, I've hinted that there's various different ways to do the tapes. I hope that from those different examples that you just saw me go through, you can see why, in most circumstances, in most cases, bottom tapes first are usually the best way to go. That said, there are a number of people out there who report that they have different preferences and the way they like to tape their diaper up. So some people like to do bottom tapes first, then the top tapes. Others like to do the top tapes first, first, then the bottom tapes, while others like to do the left side and then the right side. Then of course there's the last technique that we showed where you tape up the diaper first, you pull it up, and then you finish taping it up. When you do that method, you would have to do it in the very specific way that we just showed you. Check out these strategies for diapering yourself up at work or school next. Until next time, stay dry.